Right guys, it's Capgun Tom here and welcome to episode number 1 of the journey to Juventus. Yes, that's right, the new series is going to be revolving around Juventus. We're going to play, not trade, but just play our way to the very best Juventus team on Ultimate Team. Now, you may be thinking, why aren't you going to trade? Well, I thought, you know, what we're doing, or we have to do so much trading on Path to Paris. It's going to be a nice break from trading to actually just play divisions and try and build the best Juventus team that way. And I do think it's possible because there's no informs for Juventus at the moment. If there are, you know, informs that come out in the coming weeks, then I will of course add them to the list, and then we will have to trade maybe to them depending on which ones they are and how expensive they are. Now, if you're looking to buy some Ultimate Team coins, go and check out battle.com, the web's most trusted coin merchant. Their link will be down in the description. If you use the discount code TCAPGUN, you'll get 5% off all your purchases. Now, we have our master checklist, which has been beautifully created for this series. 4 silver players, a whole load of gold players, and obviously there are some 86 rated players in there. Buffon, Chiellini and Tevez are the 86 rated players that we're going to be trying to trade our way towards. Also Pirlo, so don't forget about him. Now, no Juventus team is complete without all of the kits, the badges and the stadium, so I traded them all across from my main account so that we could get this series off and underway properly. Obviously, we're going to be using the home and the away kit for the time being, but if you guys want to see me play in either the classic kit or the third kit, then put it down in the comment section. We'll get around to playing in all the kits at some point. Now, I thought that we'd start by playing an offline game just to see how our bronze starter pack team would fare. We did manage to get Santon in the bronze starter pack as well, which is excellent because he will definitely tie into the squad, obviously being Italian, and because we're playing in Serie A, lots of Italian players in the Juventus team. So we're playing against the team of the week, and I played it on semi-pro, I have to admit, just purely because I wanted to get off to a good start, you know, see how good the players were that we had, and also I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to start off this series with a loss, so I thought it better to play it safe and, you know, get maybe 250 coins rather than 400 for playing on professional. There was no way I was going to be playing on world class. Plus, I hate playing against the computer. It's just seriously boring for me. Now, we went 4-0 up. Ibrahimovic managed to grab one back for the computer, but it didn't matter because from this corner managed to climb well, and a guy called Luna popped it into the back of the net to make it 5-1, and that is how it's ended. So I was pretty happy with that. We're going to take down the full 5 gold bonus that you get in terms of coins, which is excellent, taking down 800 coins. Add that to our 500 starter coins as well, means that we now have 1300 coins to buy our first player with, and it is going to be a silver in Rubinho, I believe is how you pronounce it, and he's going to be our goalkeeper for a little while until we move on to the gold players. I'm thinking that we try and sign the silver players and then move on to the golds afterwards. So he's going to go into the squad, as you can see, and as always we are going to change his kit number to the, you know, his real kit number, and I think that's something like 34. So we're just going to quickly put him all the way up to number 34, and there we go, first signing complete. That means he gets a check mark on the checklist, as you can see indicated by the white box. We have 3 more silvers to sign, and all the gold players as well, so nowhere near completing this series yet. I hope it's going to be a lot of fun though, and I think the Juventus team is actually going to be a very good one. I have plans for it, ideas of how I want it to look in terms of formation and who I want to play, so you'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. Now, we're going into online single matches and we're coming up against starter pack teams. I thought, you know what, we're going to play against, or we want to play online single matches just so we can see who we're coming up against. We don't want to be coming up against a full gold team in, you know, division straight away, or a really solid bronze team or silver team in the Silver Cup. So I thought, you know, online single match would give us our best chance of getting some wins under our belt and getting us some coins. So fortunately for us in that game, we managed to score one kind of early on and just held on to the lead. It was actually a very difficult game, although I did dominate the you know, the shots and the possession. It was actually very challenging to score against him. Now we're going to go away and pick up our next player with the coins that we just earned from that game, and it is going to be De Sigli. Now, you may remember De Sigli, he actually was a team of the year left back, or was it team of the season left back on FIFA 12. So to see him now as a 70 rated left mid is kind of surprising, to be honest. I would have thought that he would at least still be gold at this stage, but apparently not, and you can see he's going to go into the squad at that left mid position. And one of the things that we're going to have to take note of is that Juventus only has one wing back. There's only a guy called Motta, who is silver, who's a right back. There is no left back, so we are going to have to play 3 at the back in this series. Which 3 at the back formation, I don't know yet. Anyway, Desigli is actually getting the check mark on the checklist there after having his kit number assigned to him, and we can dive straight into another game, see if we can wreak some havoc on this guy. Again, using a starter pack, and I was like, oh my god, he's got Zarate up front is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Very fast, good shots, and just going to be a lot of trouble for my very slow defence, to be honest. Now, we're going into the game, and this guy, although he had Zarate out front, he was not good. Now, he got unlucky, I have to say, early on in the game. I actually turned away from the screen because I thought that was going out, but somehow it ended up going into the back of the net, own goal, and then he just made tons of mistakes. He passed it out to me 2 times in a row from the goalkeeper kick out, and you can see there, just simple goals, simple mistakes that he shouldn't be making, and we capitalised on it. I'm going to capitalise on everything I can to get as many coins from the coin bonuses as possible. So we're 4-0 up before half time. In fact, we're 5-0 up before half time. You see there our guy Fatlaka, who's an Argentinian striker. He actually managed to get a hat-trick before half time. He's still got more goals in him, I believe, but Desigli actually gets an assist here. Really nice little sort of like step over to get past his man, and then he gets the cross in, and it's a good header to finish. Now it's now 8-0 for Tlaka, again getting another goal, and we just kept on raining the goals in on him, and I could hear people shouting in the comment section, make it 10. So that's exactly what I did, and not only that, Desigli actually managed to get a goal on his debut in the 90th minute to make it 11-0. Yes, absolute demolition there by our team. Hopefully it's all going to be that easy, but I can't see it being that way, especially when we start, picking up some more gold players, which will obviously put us into sort of like the category where we're coming up against better gold teams. Now you can see here we're going to be putting a bid on Motta, the right back I was just talking about. He has actually very decent stats for a silver right back, 79 pace, 72 passing, 70 defending and 70 heading, and you can see that I managed to pick him up for 250 coins, which is absolutely fantastic because I hadn't seen one for less than a buy now of 800 all day, so to finally pick one up relatively cheap, it is pretty good. And obviously we're going to put his kit number on him, and then he is going to get the check mark on the checklist, and we only have 1 silver left to sign, although that is it for signings today. We are going to dive into our final game of the episode, and this guy was probably the worst chemistry squad out of all of them, with only 34 chem, although he did have a 2.5-star team. He has Montero up front, and he has Tim Krul in goal, but other than that, a pretty weak team. And you can see the likes that he's playing left back at left mid when he could play him at left back, and he could play his left mid at left mid instead of playing him at right mid. But this is the sort of mistakes new players you actually make when they start playing this game. They just do not understand that chemistry is very, very important. And you can see that we just went absolute ham on him like we did with our last opponent. Desigli again managed to get his goal in pretty early this time in the 14th minute, meaning he's scored 2 in 2 games. And yep, he made the mistake as well. Same sort of mistake that the last guy made by passing it out. Really nice goal there for Horworth as well, taking it down on the chest and smashing it in from pretty long range. And more mistakes by him, more headers, just in general, just everything that you'd expect from FIFA, and it was all one-way traffic, just scoring over and over and over again. Desigli rounding off the scoring as he did in the last game to make it 9-0, and that is how the episode is going to end, guys. So I really hope that you guys approve of me choosing Juventus as the team that we're going to sort of make our way towards. It is our first Serie A squad. I did say that I would be stepping away from the leagues that we've already done. It does mean that La Liga is still open, and we may be looking at doing that in the next sort of series that we run, but that's not going to be happening for a long time, I can promise you that. We've got 2 series to complete before that, and I thought I'd leave you with the stats of the players on screen right now. Santon has managed to get 4 assists for us, which is absolutely brilliant. You can see there Desigli has got 3 goals and 2 assists, and yeah, it all looks good on that front. Even Motta, who we signed in the last game, actually has managed to get an assist, or get himself an assist as well. So guys, there you go. Hope you have enjoyed the episode. Drop a like. 1,000 likes will ensure that I upload another episode of this tomorrow. But other than that, I hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time.